Okay, so I have been tagged by Dr. Smitty as a part of Retro Rewinders Tagging Tubers. And the basic concept behind this is Retro Rewinder came up with 3 questions. He answered it and then he tagged 3 channels, and then those 3 channels tagged 3 more channels, and then it keeps going on and on. So I will answer these 3 questions and then I'll tag 3 more channels, and hopefully they do video responses and tag 3 more channels. So very first question is, what game in your collection would you like to have boxed and complete? I answered this in my last video actually. It's Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo, and like I mentioned in my last video, I offered a guy $90 at one point at the Waterloo Video Game Swap, and he turned me down flat. He didn't even think about it. He said nope. I think he wanted 120, and I wasn't willing to go that high, so yeah, I got this copy from Bill Benton as a part of a trade, and I was actually looking online today as far as getting a box and manual for this, and people are just asking so much money for just a box and manual, so hopefully one day I'll get it, but if not, at least I have the game. Next question is, what is your favorite kind of potato chip? And for me, I don't eat a lot of chips, but when I do, I really like the Ruffles sour cream and bacon. The main reason being is I like the Ruffles chips better than the standard chips, just because they're a little bit thicker and they're better for dipping and stuff like that. So as far as the sour cream and bacon, I think the flavor of sour cream and bacon on the Ruffles is a little bit better than every other kind of bacon flavored chip out there. So that's the answer to number 2. Third question is kind of a 2-part question. It's where's your favorite vacation been, and where would you like to go on vacation? And to answer the first part, my favorite vacation has been Switzerland. My girlfriend would probably disagree on that one. We had a lot of mishaps in Switzerland, but it's the kind of trip where you look back on it and go, man, that was a lot of fun. Regardless, we had a good time. I'll share a little bit of it. The trip started off with us getting a connecting flight from Paris to Geneva, and our flight to Paris was late, and it was so late that they were actually calling us to board because everyone else had boarded and we weren't there, and we were running to get our connecting flight, so we almost missed it. And we go to the stewardess and we tell her, yeah, we just got here on our flight and we don't know if our bags are going to be here. And she looks at us and goes, well, if you are here, your bags are here. And we said, okay. And we got on the flight, landed in Geneva, and sure enough, our bags were not there. But then we took a train from Geneva to Montreux, and I remember I was tired, but I just couldn't keep my eyes from looking out that window. It was just, the scenery was just amazing, and it's something that I'll always remember. So it's just one of those things where, you know, I've never experienced, this is my first time in Europe, and I was just in awe. So anyways, we get into Montreux, and we get to our hotel, and they give us a honeymoon suite for some reason. And it's overlooking a lake, and the Alps are in the back, and it's just an amazing view. It's like a postcard kind of view, right? So anyways, we start walking around the town, and we stop off at a McDonald's, and we get a small thing of orange juice, and it cost us, I think it was like 8 francs for a small thing of orange juice. And we went to a convenience store and bought 4 6-liter bottles of water, and the 6-liter bottles of water cost us 2 francs, and they kind of looked at us like we were idiots for buying bottled water. And we found out later that they were looking at us like that because the water is apparently so clean you can drink it out of the lake. And, you know, we're the dumbass, you know, Canadians that are buying bottled water, so go figure. It then kind of went on to us going to Chateau de Chillon, and I was thinking, oh, it's maybe like a 10-minute walk, we'll just, you know, be a nice easy walk, it's nice and cool outside, and, you know, we'll get there in no time. Well, that 10-minute walk was actually around 45 minutes, and by the time we got there, she was tired, and she was mad. So it was, and then on top of that, she was disappointed. Chateau de Chillon is a Dark Age castle, and it's not like those big castles you picture like in Germany or in France. It's a kind of just looks like a small little village, and it wasn't what she was expecting. So we walked 45 minutes for something she wasn't expecting. So yeah, that kind of I thought it was lovely, but you know, whatever. So anyways, after the castle, we go back by bus, and she wasn't walking again. And we're looking at trying to figure out how to pay for a ticket. And it's not like it is in Canada where you just put the money in and you walk in. You had to buy a ticket, and the ticket machine was on the bus. And we couldn't figure out how to purchase the ticket, and there was no one around to ask, and the bus driver was too busy driving to help us. So by the time we figure it out, we're at our stop. And apparently this is a big no-no, but we just hopped off the bus. So, yeah, apparently you get a pretty big fine if you do that, but oh well, what can you do, right? I guess the thing that kind of made the vacation for me was just, again, the scenery and actually getting to interact with the locals. Switzerland is half German, half French, and I do speak a little bit of French, so I was able to interact with the French side of things anyways a little bit, and it was just kind of interesting to talk to them and, you know, get to know how their country is, and that's kind of what I really like about traveling. We do travel a lot, her and I, and it kind of leads into the next part of the question, where would you like to go? We are actually going to Paris, as I'm sure a lot of people know who have been subscribed to the channel for a while. We're going to Paris in October, and it's actually not Paris I'm actually looking forward to. The part of the trip I'm looking forward to the most is going to Normandy, and it's just because I'm such a big World War II buff that, you know, going to actually see like Omaha Beach and Juno Beach and seeing all the battlefields is just going to be, you know, it's going to make my day, and it's something I'm really looking forward to. So hopefully that answers all three of your questions. Now I get to tag 3 other channels, and the very first channel I'm going to tag is Gare Bears Gaming. I'll tag him. Next up is the Highlander. I always figured he has such nice stories, and you know, I figured he could put a good story into this. And last but not least, I'm going to tag the 2 guys at Game Hunters R Us, Josh and Ben. So you can answer it together or answer it separately, but just put up a video, right? So there you have it. Till next time, guys, take care.